The killing of twins, when two cries became one hope. Long before the roads were tarred and the night hummed with generators, there were villages in southern Nigeria where the forest listened closely to human fear. In those days, stories traveled faster than truth, and traditions, unchallenged, could harden into law. One such law said this: twins were a curse. It was believed that when two babies arrived at once, one must belong to the spirit world. No one knew which. Fear answered the question with cruelty. The twins were taken from their mothers, abandoned in the bush, or killed, so the village might be spared misfortune. Women who bore twins were shunned, stripped of dignity, and left to mourn in silence. This was the world into which Ekamini was born. On a rain-heavy night, when thunder rolled like an argument between heaven and earth, Ekamini screamed twice. Not once, twice. The midwife froze. The room fell quiet. The air turned sharp. "Twins," someone whispered, as if naming a demon. Ekamini saw the faces change before anyone spoke. Joy collapsed into terror. The old women exchanged glances that carried centuries of fear. Outside, the forest waited. Her husband, Udo, stood by the door, torn between love and tradition. He loved his wife, he feared his people, and fear, in those days, usually won. At dawn, the village elders gathered. Their verdict was old, familiar, merciless. The babies would not stay. The mother would be cleansed. The land would be spared. Ekamini clutched her children and screamed, not the scream of pain, but the scream of a soul refusing to break. She begged, she wept, she named them Idara and Inyang, joy and life. But tradition did not listen to names, it listened only to fear. As the women approached to take the babies, a voice cut through the morning. "Stop." It was not loud, it was not angry, but it carried something new: certainty. She was a foreign woman, barefoot, hair tied back, eyes steady. Her name was Mary. Mary had come to the region years earlier, not with weapons or orders, but with compassion that refused to look away. She had heard the stories. She had seen the abandoned babies hidden in baskets at the edge of the bush. She had buried too many tiny bodies. This time, she would not arrive too late. "These children will not die," Mary said, stepping forward. "Not today, not ever." The elders laughed at first. Who was she to challenge what their ancestors had decreed? Who was she to speak against spirits older than memory? Mary did not argue tradition with tradition. She argued life with love. She knelt beside Ekamini and gently touched the babies. They are not curses, they are children, and every child bears the image of God. Some scoffed, others hesitated. Doubt, small but dangerous to fear, crept in. Mary stayed. She took twins into her own home. She fed them, clothed them, named them, sang over them. When sickness did not follow, when the sky did not fall, when the village did not collapse, people began to whisper a new question: what if we were wrong? Days turned to months. Mary taught. She listened. She was confronted. She rescued children from the forest and brought them back breathing, laughing, and alive. Each saved life became an argument stronger than words. The turning point came when the chief's own wife gave birth to twins. The village held its breath. This time, Mary was already there. "No," she said softly, standing between fear and the future. The chief looked at the babies. They kicked and cried and reached for life like any other children. He looked at Mary. He looked at the people. And then, something unheard of happened. He nodded. "Let them live," he said. That single sentence broke a curse fear had held together for generations.
From that day, the forest stopped receiving babies. Mothers stopped hiding their tears. Twins began to walk openly through the village, hands held, laughter loud. What was once a sign of death became a sign of blessing. Ekemini's children grew. Idara learned to read before most boys her age. Inyang became known for his kindness, always the first to help another child up from the dust. Every time Ekemini watched them sleep, she remembered how close the night had come to stealing them. Years later, when asked how such a terrible practice ended, the elders did not point to laws or threats. They pointed to one truth that finally took root. Life is stronger than fear. And the Bible had said it all along. Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me. Matthew 18:5. Nigeria remembers this story not to reopen wounds, but to honor the courage it took to heal them. It is a reminder that traditions must bow when they crush human life, and that one person, armed with compassion and conviction, can change the story of a people. Two cries once meant death. Now they mean double joy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. God bless you.